Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are all doing great today. I am doing wonderful, and I hope you all are having a great Monday. So, the schedule for this week, when it comes to the streams, are probably going to most likely be Monday, Wednesday, and possibly Fridays, just seeing how that goes. I might do gaming streams on Saturdays. I'm not 100% sure. If you would like to join, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. I hope you all are having a great weekend this week. I hope you all are staying safe and staying beautiful. So we are going to continue where we left off last time a little bit. So I did end up having to go and do a couple things with the render, with the model to for a possible job interview. And my setting, I keep forgetting my setting does this to me. With a possible job that I'm getting this week. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I get it. If I don't, that's just life. I gotta go a little bit more than that. A little bit more. There we go. That's a little too much. There we go. So, where we left off is we painted some of the dragon and we sculpted him. So what I did was I went through and I added some teeth. I'm not 100% a big fan on the teeth due to the fact they just don't quite look like they belong, especially this one. This one definitely don't look like it belongs. There we go, that's better. So I gave him a blind eye here, a seeing eye here. So those are mainly the things. I did add some lights and camera, so those ones will be hidden, and I'll also add an empty for the camera to be tracked. If y'all are curious how my setup is, I have my drawing tablet with a display right in front of me, so it makes it really hard to be able to look up and the things I need to do. So either way, back to what I was saying. I hope you all are having a great week this week. Either way, I really need to stop saying that. Let's hope I can keep this momentum running for myself. I also hope YouTube Music doesn't screw with me as much as it did last time in PureRef. Let's hope PureRef works. If it doesn't, it's not a big problem. Never figured it out. Never got around to figuring out what the problem was. My volume's like really high. Alright. Where are you? I'm making this. I pinned it to my start for a reason. I did not pin it to my start. I need to pin it to my start. Hope you all are being safe. I promise I said that like 3 times already. But yeah, if we want to see how the render turns out, we can go here, hit that. And this is what it's kind of looking like so far. There's still quite a bit that we gotta get done and that we gotta do. So we do gotta add a little bit more texture. We gotta add some skin layers here. And we're gonna bake it, we're gonna rig it, I need to retopologize it. There's a lot that has to get done before we can continue on. But it's coming along. I think it's looking pretty nice. And we also need to add the feet and the hands, well, the claws, one could say. So, where is PureRef? Am I missing it? Why is my saturation on here? So weird. Filters. That's a lot more accurate than what's going on the screen here. So, let's see. Current viewers. I have nobody viewing my stuff right now. But that's okay. I will view my stuff. Should get my stuff out there more. Alright. Where were we? So, might redo these teeth a little bit. But for the fun of it right now, let's mesh cube GZ. We're going to work on making the tongue. So I did get a job recently. I am now working as a sales rep for a gym. I started today. Today was my first day. I did tell them that, you know, it might not last long due to the fact that, you know, I'm possibly starting this internship. So I need to turn off clipping for a second. Control R. That's a loop cut right there. But yeah, I try to be as honest as I can when it comes to, you know, applying for jobs and stuff. I'm probably not like the best at selling myself, you know, as they say. Like, I'm brutally honest, but you know, I'd rather be honest than lie or over dramatize my skill level. You know what else sick of seeing those cringy what not to do's on like TikTok and YouTube? It's like, don't do this, and what they're actually wanting you to do is like let's get some random add-on. Don't get me wrong, there's some add-ons I use that they have, but they act like every single add-on, like every task needs an add-on, which is a wild concept. Yeah, my Pura file still doesn't want to populate. I don't know where it is. There you are. see. Well, I guess this is what we're gonna have to work with. Well, there is a comment section. Alright, can you hear me now? How about now? Is that better? Here, let me pull up my stream. Huh. Settings, properties. A little better. Why is my audio for this not going the way I need it to? What if I just max it out? How about... Oh wait, let's also increase my output. No. Let's hope that worked. Alright, just gotta keep these settings. Maybe that is better. Up the music. Hey, is that good for the music? Tell me, I need to know. Alright, back to what I was doing. Why do I not have any snake tongues? Snake tongues would be very helpful right now. Alright, well. Gotta grab that later. Alright. Operations, smart apply, there we go. It's also operations, clean mesh. Sure. I really gotta look at a reference. You know, I think I will actually just go with a more simple version of a tongue. I think we'll do that. Y. Nope. S. Nope. I'm making this way more difficult than I should. Proportional editing needs to be increased. needs to be D increased now. One day I'll figure out this whole YouTube thing. I could just sculpt this, honestly. I really don't want to. Well, I might. I don't know. Control. Let's add. My music stop. Hmm. There we go. See if we can make this tongue more tongue-like. Shade smooth. It's looking pretty tongue-like. Subdivision surface. A message. Oh yeah. Now we can add on a little bit more structure to it. Not a whole lot. There we go. It's a tone. It doesn't have to be perfect. How's that look? Does that look tonguey? Does that look like a tongue? Oh, nice and left mount stream. There we go. Alright. Let's add material. We'll make it grayness. There we go. That's better. G. Oh, hold on. I can make my life so much easier right now. Snap. Cursor to selected. Snap. Selection to cursor. S. There we go. Rotate. Undo. Rotate X. Look at that. Can make any man jealous. And people wonder why their wives leave them. was a joke. Don't get offended. Alright, we'll hit all transformations. Then we'll go here. Not there. We'll go modifier, search, curve. Alright, we'll add a curve. Search. Curve. Bitch. I don't even know what the hell it added, but I added something. Search curve. Path. Alright. Rotate Z. Yeah, I totally forgot about this technique. I don't know why I don't use it, but we can actually just do this. Mesh, add a plane, GZ, and then we can just AM, collapse. Alright. I don't know why I don't do this more often. Alright. Looking pretty tongue-like, right? Looking pretty impressive. I don't know why I'm shaking so bad right now. All transformations. Convert to curve. Which one are you just playing? Okay, yeah. Playing. Rotate Z. Rotate. That is not what I wanted at all. Why are you not curvy? Oops. Rotate Z -90. Rotate X. Okay, that's... Oh, wait. Hold up. There we go. Figured it out. And we're gonna apply this because I know if I don't, it's gonna bite me later. Look at that. This wife must be happy. God, I'm so gonna get in trouble for this. Oh, man. It's a toasty day. And I am hungry right now. Which is weird because I just had dinner. So I don't think I'm actually hungry. I'm probably just dehydrated, if anything. Delete that. Alright, we can start working on the membranes. Is that what they're called? How'd that? Okay. Oops. Shift A mesh plane. snap cursor to world origin. Okay. Shift A. Mesh plane. I'm really avoiding the feet as much as I can. Rotate X. So we're going to subdivide this quite a bit. And then we're going to take this middle one, G, Y, turn on proportional editing, Y, okay, maybe turn you down just a bit. There we go. And then we can turn. Maybe let's have that off. Cool. Rotate that. Shrink it just a bit. That looking pretty snazzy. We'll add a fleshish tone. We'll do that later. So now onto the wings, because I'm still avoiding the hands. Man, I am hungry. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Alright, I'm back. Had to grab some water. Ooh. Can I put my headset on right? That'd be nice. So, back to what I was doing. Alright, so we'll add another cube. G, Z, Shift Z to be accurate. We'll expand this. So, how do I want to go about this? Let me look at the bat wings. So, okay, I see. Alright. So I think what our best option would be is hide that for now. And we're going to actually add in a mesh. We're going to add in a cylinder. Rotate X 90. Shrink that down. Shrink it down. Wish my damn glasses would stay on my head. S, Y. There we go. Rotate Z. Let's not do that actually. Not yet. We'll do the same trick that we did last time. We're going to add a plane GZ, and then we're going to M, collapse it, and then we're going to make this into what we want. So we're wanting like an arch shape, so we're going to go here, and then we're going to just subdivide this once. GX, Control B, vertices. There we go. Just like that. And then we can take this, convert to curve, take this, add modifier, search curve, this, and of course it happens. So we got to rotate until we figure out where it wants to go. Sometimes it's just more helpful just to move it where we might want it. Oh, that'd be nice if it will. Go where I want it though. I'm just gonna mess with it until it gets into a position I like. That's what she said. That is not what I wanted. Got a message from a girl. Unprofessional in me. Doing this on the middle of a stream. For shame. For shame. Let me do that. I'm just trying to get viewers. This is in my way. Underscore. Okay, okay. I think this is it. Alright. Back to what I was doing. Let's just delete that. Oh, that's not what I want to delete. Delete this. Okay, there we go. And we're just going to snap this. Selection to cursor. There we go. Rotate. Man, which one is it? Control R? Nope. That is not what I wanted to do. Control Z. Alright. Snap. Alright, cursor just selected. No, it picked the halfway point. Snap. Snap. Cursor just selected. There we go. Snap. selection to cursor. Rotate Z. Rotate X. GX. Y. Alright, try this again. Curve. Eyedropper tool thingy. Damn. If I just... So, origin to geometry. It's close. It's pretty close. Let's just do the fact that it's not the right size. That might have something to do with it. Rotate X. Does that look straight? I think that's straight. What the hell is happening here? Alright. We're gonna apply that. Rotate Z. We can rotate this on the Z axis. Yeah. Shrink it down. Place it all the way over here. Rotate. G. Yeah. Hey, I got 5 viewers. We're cooking. New record has been set today. Alright. Let me get that bat image one more time. So, okay. I see. Haha. Wait, no. No, haha. Haha. We shift D. G, Z. Rotate Z. S. G. Rotate G. If you're liking what you're watching, please subscribe. I would very much appreciate it. If you don't, you know, it's not the end of the world. I'll just be very sad. Does that look right? I feel like this could be bigger. No, that's good. Shift D. Rotate Z. Bat reference. Three? Okay. I see. I'm counting 3, so that's what I'm going with. Oh, cancel. There we go. Rotate Z. G, rotate Z. There we go. These are just going to be placeholders until I actually get around to sculpting the, whatchamacallit it, the actual hands. So these are just going to be placeholders for now. Where is that? There you are. Okay. So now we get to do this part. Rotate there. There we go. So now I'm going to start editing this. Yep. Here. There. Alright. I hope you'll, for the couple new people that have joined, thank you. If you're liking what you're watching, please subscribe. I very much appreciate it. If you don't, I'll be very sad. And we don't want that. Well, I don't. We'll put that there. Put that there. It's looking good. I can't say it's beautiful, but you know, it's better than what I was expecting. There we go. Rotate Z. Oops. Rotate Z. We're getting somewhere. We're doing it. Just at a snail's pace, honestly. But, you know, they say art should never be fast. Like a tattoo. You never want your tattoo fast. GZ. Oops. G. Shift Z, I meant. Oops. G. Shift Z. G. Ah, geez, Rick. Oh, geez. Let's turn this off for now. I don't really feel like it's doing a whole lot for me at this moment. Put that there. Ooh. That's not the ones I want to select. Select you, you, and you. Ooh, missing you. Alright, almost got it. Nah, man, I have this rotation on, don't I? Align everything rotation. Yep. GZ. I will fix the scale height here in a second. And then I'll go through and actually map where appropriately they should be. There we go. Oh, it's looking a lot better. Anyone watching anything good lately? Anything? No comments? Do I have like comments turned off or something? I've only gotten one comment so far, so. Timestamps, reactions. Soriano. Be better. Comment more. Alright. Subdivide. Alright, now I need to turn this back on. Let's go to 5. There we go. That's better. I wonder if we can curve these with loop tools. Loop tools, curve. Okay. What did it do? Restrictions. Intended only. Boundaries. I don't know. Guess that really didn't do much. Alright, ASZ. Oops, turn this off. Z. 0 that. So that way it's a little bit more flat. And it's going to be easier to work with later. But so far he's coming out pretty good. I'm liking the progress. I'm digging it. This is kind of of a jump, but I'm gonna relax some of these. Relax. Loft. I'm trying to remember. There we go. That's a little bit better. Space. Evens out the spacing. So this way you aren't having everything crowded in one small spot. Relax. Oops. Loop tools, relax. Loop tools, relax those. Some people say I need to relax. And I tell those people, stop telling me what to do. Alright. So far so good. Now we can go on to this part here and do a very similar thing. Shift A, mesh, plane, GZ. This one will be a little bit different. GZ. As in, we're not going to need much of a reference for it. It's going to be pretty simple. So we're going to go in edit mode, GX, Shift Z, G, ooh, yeah, give me this, yeah, there, give me these ones, put that there. Like that. Kind of aiming for something not quite like that, but the idea is coming along. Yeah, that's close to what I'm wanting. Maybe if we could just bring this up a little bit. Yeah, that's more like it. That's an intimidating beast, if I've ever seen it. Some people say I'm an intimidating beast. I'm very scary. Four. Hell yeah. Mirror. Yeah. I will add a material to this real quick. Material, new. Make it a pinkish. Gray tone. We'll name this wings. If I could ever learn how to spell, we'll add the same material here. There we go. And then we could also mirror these as well. Just to, you know, keep showing the idea of what we're aiming for. Alright, let's see how this looks. Well, guess we should add a material to this. Tongue. That is not how you spell tongue. Jesus, I cannot see. I gotta get new keycaps. We'll go down here. That is not even the tongue, that's the jaw. Jaw flesh. Alright, there we go. This will be... Oh yeah, that's perfect. Increase its metallicness. We'll shade smooth. And we'll also add a And modifier, a solidify modifier. Okay. And then we'll add a roughness. We'll decrease the roughness. Increase this. Let's actually add that a little bit higher. There we go. And then for this, we'll increase its roughness. Increase its metallicness. Increase that. We'll increase its brightness just a bit and its pinkiness. There we go. Intimidating. You shit bricks if you saw this flying at you. So, now on to the claws. I don't know how people do streaming for like 6-7 hours straight. I don't know why I get burnt out so much after just 1 hour. I need water. Hey, got up to 10 views. That's dope. I need a water break. I should have some coffee. Should have made some coffee. So there's a good chunk of stuff that we gotta get done still. For example, I think we could delete this. Oh shit, we can't delete that. Okay. Well, snap. Crystal Warlord. There we go. Okay. So there's still a good chunk of things that we gotta get done here. So like I keep saying, the claws need to get done. The feet need to get done. There's still minor texturing that we gotta get done too. I think that's just mostly gonna be like normals and stuff, and that's gonna be through like geometry nodes mostly. So there will be that. Weight painting, we're gonna have to get that done as well. And that's all before we even get on into like rigging and like retopologizing this. So it will be a fun task. I will say that for sure. But yeah, for now we can just keep working on what we got here. And I really need to think about how I'm going to do this. GX. There we go. Oh, that's better. That was bugging me. I'll take off my glasses. Hey. Up to 6 viewers. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that. We're going to go to loop tools, relax these, space them. Same thing with these ones. Loop tools, relax, space. Alright. Alright. So, just really trying to think what thing I should do next. Probably really work on this more. Alright. Shift. A. Nope. Shift A. UV sphere. G. Z. G. Z. There we go. Alright, time to get out my glove. My Michael Jackson glove, some would say. I have one that has a skeleton hand on it. I don't know where that went. pretty boring, whatchamacalls it, stream, I guess, but, and I think my music stopped again. I don't know when it stopped, but it must have stopped sometime soon. There we go. So, gonna start sculpting this. Sculpt. Go to general. Oh wait, no. Let's actually go into the correct tab and do this. General. There we go. So the goal here for right now is just to make it look like a digit, I guess. It's vague terminology, but you know. Gotta make it look like it has finger capabilities. To do finger things. Made of fingers. Alright. I want to remesh this. Ooh, not that much. And we're gonna go object mode. That's weird. Thought that went dark for a second. Alright. So we're gonna go object mode, Control A, all transformations. And then we're going to go back to sculpting. And we're just going to sculpt this. This looks horrible. Why does this look horrible? I might not be doing this in the most efficient way out there. Remesh you up to 1. So this makes my life a little bit easier. There we go. Randomize colors, sculpt, rebuild BVH, enhance details, trim, smooth, relax, topology, all over. Actually, I'm being stupid. Edit mode, mesh, cleanup, delete loose. Be doing the most ridiculous things sometimes. Delete vertices, therefore, damn. Gonna hunt for any other floaters. Found one. This doesn't happen too often when it comes to sculpting, but it does occasionally happen. Especially when you push a mesh to its limit. So, gotta be wary of that on the occasion. Now we're only down to 4 viewers. Bummer. We had 6 for a minute. I was pretty content with that. But hey. Let's go here so I can see what the hell I'm doing. No. Alright. Looking horrible. Can't say it looks. Oh, Jesus. Can't say it looks the best either. Alright, well, let's hopefully take off some of these lumpiness. Alright, and then let's try doing, where is the expanding tool? There you are. I don't know what that's about. Looks like some messed up topology inside it. Yeah, that sounds like a problem for me for later. Then we're going to remesh. Not that low. I'm going to inflate this a little bit higher. Damn, crazy. This just really does not want to work with me right now. Let's see about this. Let's see if this wants to work with me. One of these guys give me a flat edge. Will I know which one? Not a single clue. Alright, well that sure didn't. Let's try this one again. But go at it a different way. That's way better. Just had to stop being stupid with it. There we go. Oof. Alright. Then we're going to take this right here. Actually, we'll take this one right here. Sorry, I got a little too concentrated there for a second. We'll take this and this. We'll kind of flex these out a bit. Make it into, you know, like I said, a finger shape. this one. Oops. There's gotta be like a middle ground around here somewhere. There we go. I think I found it. And we'll just smoothen this up. Smoothen this up. Oh man, I like you. How do you like you? I'm never gonna have to say that again. That was very disturbing. You sound like one of those weirdos from TikTok. We all know who I'm talking about. It's okay. It's okay. Alright. A little bit more of this, a little bit of that, more of this. You know. You get to this, you get to that. Everybody gets one of these. A knuckle sandwich. No, I'm joking. Oh, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I can't remember. It's whatever. Man, I wish some of you guys would just comment like a little bit more. Like, try to help me out here with the conversation. So much of friends you are. You'll leave me to my devices. You'll know better than that. Alright, well, that's pretty good. So now we go back here, object mode. This. Set origin to geometry. Rotate Z. G. Kind of just gotta keep messing with it until it looks the way you want. Sculpting. It might be helpful if I do all transformations. So origin to geometry, back to sculpt. Alright, there we go. So far, been pretty good. I'm liking where I'm going with this. Alright. Now, we're going to shift D, rotate Z, G, rotate Z, Y, That's pretty good. Then we'll do this one again. Rotate Z, G, Y. Rotate G. Y. I don't know, X. Rotate Z. For anyone that wants to potentially buy the dragon, I will have it for sale on Gumroad. So that will be a possibility to do. Rotate Y. Oops. There we go. That's better. Dope. Alright. I'm trying. What you working on right now? I am currently working on the dragon, my dude. My number one fan. Good old Will. Drowning on land. Leave it up to me to die that way. Alright. So far, so good. So, yeah, alright. We are going to start doing a little bit more on the geometry nodes side, which I honestly don't know a lot about. But we'll figure it out together. Shift. I know we need a random value. I know we need a bump. Where's the bump? Where is the bump? Why is it just not spelling bump right? Simulation, mesh, read, instances. Instance on points. Did not want you in there. So we need a bump node, not bump mesh, instance on points, rotate instance, realize, rotation, simulation volume point, selection. Operation, displace geometry. Domain expansion. No, I'm joking. Primitives. Mesh. Noise texture would be nice, actually. Magic, noise, Vorno texture also be nice. texture would be nice. Vector map range, that's something that we're gonna need. Vector combine, separate, random value, need you. Bundle closer, project point. Generate hair, duplicate. Ray, Warner texture. Combine gamma, RGB, display. Okay. Anyway, I'll put the map range over here, noise texture here, Warner texture down here. Should put them right there. Alright, map range vector can go into this one, this one, this one. Alright, instant scales. I gotta try to remember what you're for. Value, random value, random value, color factor. Honestly, I'm just really making a guess right now, so I might not be doing this correctly. Vector, okay. Wait, no, Shift D. I might have to look more into this later. I'm gonna try to do my best right now. Yeah, I really need to study geometry nodes more. Position. Yeah, there's something I have to do more of. I got no clue what the fuck is happening right now. I'm trying my best, really, but so way above me. This is why the internet exists. Videos. Oh wait. Do I not? I think I totally forgot the most important thing. Texture. Nope. Is texture coordinates not a thing anymore? Or am I thinking of something else? Oh, that's shaders. Okay. Yeah, we're doing texture. We're doing. Alright, let's try this again. Let's just delete all this. Search. Nope. Texture. We'll do white noise texture. We'll do everything one at a time. Did that change anything? That event cannot be. Okay, what about this? Okay, so neither of those work. So that means we have to add something else to this. So, instances. Instance on points. Okay. Value? Okay, so that's no. I think something happened. I'm not 100% sure what. Okay, I really don't see much difference. Vector, 3D, 2D. Mentions, okay. What if we delete that? We'll figure this out eventually. Well, I'm only gonna be on for another 20 minutes, so. Point instances. Geometry, read material. Sign. Darken mix overlay. Scale? Yeah. I'm just gonna have to like watch a whole tutorial. But yeah, we can figure that out another day. I think I'll just call it here for now because I have to be at a stopping point. So I appreciate everyone for coming, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you like it, subscribe. If you don't, then don't. But I would like if you guys can at least pass on the word of the channel to anyone you know that might like the content or that just wants to stick around and ask questions. Y'all have a nice day. I appreciate you. Stay safe. And